Peace be upon you. Welcome back to Wealth and Wisdom. Today we are discussing if Bitcoin is replacing the dollar. We have discussed in our videos how money ultimately converges to one form of money. Whatever is the hardest money, meaning whichever money is the least inflated over time, becomes the store of value. Bitcoin is competing with the dollar to replace it as the form of money which coordinates trade and commerce. If one were to accept that there were fundamental problems inherent to the dollar, but it still coordinates practically all economic activity for those that use it, it would stand to reason that any replacement to the dollar would not be immune to its issues. During the transitionary period, in an academic world, maybe everyone figures it out at the same time and makes a conscious decision to scrap the old world, adopt the new world, and move on without any consequence to the sins of the past. The dilemma is that money coordinates trade, and trade means the physical manufacture and delivery of goods and services. In the real world, which is far more complex than professional economists might suggest, the world cannot drop a bad money and adopt a better one, like a single individual can drop a bad habit. It's not that simple today. The dollar still exists, and Bitcoin has a total purchasing power of approximately 0.5% of the US credit system, which itself is a fraction of the global financial system. If the Fed reduces the supply of dollars and increases interest rates, the purchasing power of Bitcoin will reasonably decline on an interim basis relative to the dollar, because the entire world still relies on the dollar. Dollar inflation can exist and the purchasing power of Bitcoin can decline at the same time, while the fundamental remains unchanged. A fixed supply is the principal contrast Bitcoin provides to all other forms of money. Bitcoin is trustless, compared to the dollar being a trust-based system, and Bitcoin is permissionless, while the dollar is largely a permission system. There are other contrasts, but the supply of the currency is the most fundamental. Bitcoin as a trustless and permissionless monetary network would be of little to no value, if not for those same properties being necessary to ensure and enforce a fixed supply. But similarly, as a system, Bitcoin would not be trustless or permissionless if the currency native to the network were not fixed in supply. The entire value function revolves around the enforcement of a fixed supply. It is not just what aligns all incentives, it is what creates the incentive. The fixed supply is the thing of value. It permanently eliminates the ability for more money to be created. If the root cause of inflation is the printing of money, the prevention of that mechanism is the answer to the problem. The world needs a form of money that cannot be printed for the reason that existing forms of money can be easily printed. It is a need, not a want. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.